My name is Saea. 3 years ago, I was made a scapegoat and thrown into the Imperial labor yard.
It's not me! I committed no crime! It's not me! I committed no crime!
Tomorrow is supposed to be the day I finally become free. But tonight, the moment I open my eyes, I see 2 corpses on the floor. Awake now?
It was you.
Standing before me is Mira, the co-worker I once saved.
Don't blame me. Blame yourself for standing in someone else's way.
So you locked me in with corpses and waited for the guards to arrest me? What else? You walk free tomorrow, and I keep rotting here! I look at her hysterical figure and suddenly smile. In the labor yard, softness never keeps anyone alive. Mira, you're wrong. The one dying tonight won't be me. In the next second, I grab a stool and smash it into the back of her neck. She drops. I dragged Mira and the 2 bodies into another room, hurried back, and wiped the blood from mine. Time to turn the table. When it is done, I go knock on Marta's door, the woman who supervises this labor yard. Saea, why are you here in the middle of the night? Mira is gone. Gone. She was missing when I woke up. I thought something had happened to her. Marta has barely stood when frantic pounding erupts behind us. At that same moment, the guards storm in. Their leader is Cassius, commander of the Imperial Guard.
Which one of you is Saea?
I am. The door is broken open, and Mira is dragged out, covered in blood.
Commander! It was her! Saea killed them and tried to frame me!
If I killed them, why would I go looking for her at midnight? If she's innocent, why is she covered in blood? Mira, everyone in this labor yard saw how Saea protected you all these years.
Enough. Slave Mira, for murder and framing another slave. By law, you are to be beaten to death immediately.
Saea! Save me!
I look at her and say nothing. She wanted my life. Now she paid. The rods come down on Mira again and again.
Saea! Save me! Aren't you always the one who helps people?
I stand there without moving.